The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Raw, but real. Let's get it. Mondays at 6 p.m. We get live. We get busy in here. We get live. We get busy in here. We talk. Raw. We talk. Real. Raw but real.
If you can't hype yourself up, what can you do? Hey, we talk. Raw. Hey, welcome, guys. I'm your creator and your host, Rhea.
Hello, I'm the other host,
Baby. And we are missing a host today. Darnell is out. There we go. Darnell is out. It is his birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to Darnell. Delectable Bees Cheesecake. Shoot him a little happy birthday, y'all. A shout out in your spare time. Let him know you're thinking of him on this day, even though he wasn't thinking about us on his birthday and ditched us.
His wife had plans.
That's
I had to
right.
do her hair for it and everything.
Well, guys, y'all know I do this every week. Forget what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
We have a special guest in the building, but before I get to the special guest, we are going to give proper acknowledgement to our lovely award-winning engineer Chantel Mosley in the building. I would just like to say, as we do, she's co-producer, because you help with so much on these topics. So shout out to Shani, who has her own podcast too. Yeah. Thursdays, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
One step closer. Check it out. All right, now Tiffany Franklin is in the building. My sister. So, y'all know, I'm the baby of the family, but they are way more outspoken than me on a lot of things. So, y'all gonna get to get a sneak peek today, okay? Especially with this topic that we have coming up. I don't know. We gonna do weekend recap first. Then we gonna get to the juicy topic. You know, I gotta give y'all time to get in. Make sure you're sharing the live.
Yeah.
Share, at your friends, subscribe. You can watch us live on YouTube or Facebook via Podcastic or my page, however you share it. But I am sharing it to the platform now. So I'm going to cut to G, baby, because, you know, I can't chew gum and walk. So this is where the co-hosting and hosting comes in, baby.
Well,
we have each other's back.
my recap is a week long. My uncle passed away last weekend, so I had to fly to Georgia for his funeral. So that was a trip.
Yeah.
It was
sorry, condolences.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you did get to see me some picture.
That's the picture.
I didn't even see these pictures, G, baby.
Yeah. So, and then my cousin in the black behind me on the left.
With the deuces up.
Yeah, with the deuces up. He actually drove in from Houston. And drove in right on time for the funeral. And then was like, well, I'm going to go right back. And he rode with us to the gravesite. He was sleeping in the backseat. I said, well, you ain't going nowhere.
No.
So he ended up spending the night and then leaving back out. But I have to go right back Friday because I already had a ticket. But anyway, that'll be next weekend.
That'll be next weekend recap.
And then Saturday, I went to my cousin's birthday party at Crab and Karaoke. You know, have you been there before?
At where? You said that real fast. Hold on.
Crab and Karaoke.
Somebody that ain't. Did we talk to about sponsors? I'm gonna put you to work everywhere you go. Everywhere we go and we have a chance to promote, talk to them.
Have you been there?
No.
This is the question. I went to this place. Did you been to this place before, Rhea?
Thank you. What they do? Karaoke and eat.
Oh.
That's what they do?
Oh.
Okay.
Anywho. So that's why I went, y'all. It's really fun though, especially if you drink.
Yeah, well, at this point, who doesn't?
Yeah. And then on Mother's Day, which was yesterday, we all got together, had a good time.
Oh yeah, Mother's Day was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Those are my cousins.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all.
Thanks. Yeah. So that was my weekend. I had a eventful week.
Well, I forgot. Clearly, I forgot it was Mother's Day, so I didn't have much to recap. I went to work. I worked all week, guys. I'm off of vacation. I had good weeks off, but then I was like, I went to Ted. Shout out to Ted. It was his birthday. Shout out to Dick. I'm a little stupid. Y'all. Collaborations coming soon. That's all I'm going to say on these. Lots of networking and still having fun kicking it with the fellas. So it was a cool event down at Live. Now I can't say that because like I said, collaborations coming soon. So Live Restaurant on Livernois. Shout out.
If I didn't know her the way I knew her,
you would hate me, I know. Be like, this girl is nuts.
A loop sometimes.
Well, Tiff, she said I don't never call her that, but I ran out of spacing, okay? That's why I said Tiff Franklin on the flyer, okay?
Who put this on here?
I was ChatGPT. I just had to type it in, but weekend recap. How was your weekend, sis?
Weekend recap. Saturday, I went to a memorial. My aunt passed away.
Sorry.
My aunt Dot.
Oh, who's that? Now, see, how we sisters and I know.
So, because...
See what I'm saying?
Oddly enough, we're going to skip past that.
Okay.
But oddly enough, I had forgotten all about it.
Yeah, we're going to skip past that.
And the memorial, if my mother is watching, was very interesting. We had a good time at the memorial. It was very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that. And then I went down to Eastern Market. They had a antique clothing vendor.
Oh, okay.
Yep, but $90 for a pair of used jeans that were used, I can't pay. So,
So that
came
was
on
interesting.
home, yeah. Then yesterday, spent time with my mom and my aunt, my mother's best friend. We had dinner, and we were supposed to do a project, like a DIY project.
Oh, Lord. Y'all need some makeshift things.
But we didn't get to it again. So my mother was sort of lively yesterday.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. She had a
Well,
good
it was
time.
Mother's
She was
Day.
very lively. Well, she kept saying, I'm a mother. Y'all know I've been a mother for 29 years, so me too.
Yeah,
But
but she's your mother.
But that's fine.
So she's the mother of all mothers.
That's
Hey,
fine.
Mom.
But she wasn't the oldest mother there, but that's cool.
Yeah,
That's all.
you know how-
That's
you
it.
know
And
how
then,
mama is.
Last night I ended up over my best friend's house. It's my little necklace on. Ended up over my best friend's house having a similar conversation to
Which I'm
tonight's
surprised
topic.
that she's not here, to be honest. We got to get both of y'all on, because you two together is a lively occasion, okay? A lively occasion.
We had fun. They had a similar topic with some young fellas that was over last night.
Oh.
Yeah. that
So we're
was
going to have to
interesting.
recap that. How about we recap that? Okay, y'all, down to know what the topic is. We're going to let y'all know. If y'all was watching before you came on, you would see the topic. Are they off limits is the topic. And it's based off of a literal Facebook post that somebody had posted. I saw a picture. And I was like, that's an interesting conversation. So I was like, let's make it a topic. This is literally not rocket science, guys. This is how I get my topics. Okay, sometimes I pray on them in the morning, good. And sometimes I just read.
Did you pray on this one after
I
you read?
did. I really did. And I was like, that's interesting. I think it's deep. So the topic came out. It said, if your homegirl likes a man, but he doesn't like her, he wants you, is he off limits? So this ties into girl code, guy code, because at first it said women only when I posted it. So all the fellas started chiming in on my post when I posted it. So I was like, okay, let's talk about it on the show. Now, where in the heifers at now? Call in. Let's put the number up and see who's going to take a bite. No. 810-560-0658 is the number for the slow people in the back. 810-560-0658. And I say slow people because I talk fast. It's not talking about you. I'm saying I slowed it down for the people, okay? Because I do talk really fast. Where Siri be thinking when I say RawbutReal, it types to say Robert. It'd be like, sorry, we can't find Robert. And I'm like, I didn't say, that's just weird. Where's my bump? Shanny? That was funny.
It wasn't, but okay. It
I
wasn't
laugh at
funny,
myself.
but,
I could care less what they think. I don't care.
Laugh
Okay,
at
let me come back
yourself.
out. Come back. You gotta laugh at yourself. People laugh at you, with you. Doesn't matter.
So when you did this poll on Facebook, what did you get more? What was?
I did get some responses. So the men were like, if that's the case, because most women were saying, no, girl code, they off limits. So I want to put levels to it. Why is it the way I read the question? And I think it's all about interpretation. I think people read things differently.
Wrong way?
No, not the wrong way, just differently.
Mm-hmm.
I read it. It say, if your homegirl likes a man, but he don't like her, he wants you, is he off limits? I looked at it as, I'm not talking about a long-term like. I'm looking at it like if you just saw somebody, I'm like, ooh, girl, he fine.
And then
He approaches y'all and he asks me out. I'm supposed to tell him no because you said he was cute?
That's different.
When-
You're saying that if we out and you see him first, you calling dibs basically.
That's right.
But
Like, who does that? I
and then
am
he
too
walks
old for that.
over. But if she said, "Yo, he fine, mad fine," or whatever, that's different. Mm-hmm. The question, I think everybody else was on was if I like him and I told you I like him, basically
That
in
ain't-
my mind, that's my man.
And that's what's wrong with your mind. I can't help that that's your mind. That's why I say it's an interesting conversation.
Every time I see him and I say, "There go my man," you
I'm
bet
like,
not.
if this man ain't talk to you,
I don't
it's
care.
different if y'all
In
have
my
had
mind.
conversation.
So that's
I'm
what
not saying that.
It's different. There's different situations about it.
There's so
it's
many
not-
different levels.
If I just be like, oh, every time I see him, like, girl, he's so fine. Look at him, he's so cute. I mean, because look, we worked at the plant. So
Hello?
there was plenty of people
You
there.
know how many people I
like,
would not date?
Yeah.
I would never go outside. I know a lot of people.
But I'm saying, like, so that's a good. So what if you just seen one that was so fine, you just always say, hey, oh, he cute, but you wouldn't date him, but you keep saying, oh, girl, he fine, he fine. he
Then
fine.
I shouldn't get upset. My thing, I guess I'm
see,
old
that's
school.
a whole different.
I don't get upset at any of it, to be honest. I could care less. Honestly.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's about if that man choosing somebody else over me, I don't want you no way. So I don't look at it like my girl owes me that.
And that's another thing, though. If he approached that girl, then it's really like, it's fair game, I think.
Right. If he's just approaching her. Now, we're talking about different layers. Like, if I done dated a guy, this has come up before, too. And, like, you date somebody for 2 years or so. Mm-hmm. Y'all break up, whatever. Year or so later, your girl's dating him.
Huh?
And you like, oh, I want to introduce you to my friend. And that's the guy you used to date.
No.
Exactly. If that's not your... Oh, we
I
got a
got one for
caller.
you.
We got a caller. All right. Welcome to Raw But Real. Tell us how you feel.
Let me in. I can
Oh,
talk
my
to
God.
best friend.
What's up, Joe? Joe, in the building. I'm surprised you're not here, best friend, is all I'm saying.
Me too, girl. Me too. I had to clean up my house from yesterday.
All right. So, how do you weigh in on the topic, please? Did you hear the topic?
I heard the topic. And Rhea, you crazy. I'm agreeing with Tiffany. If you talking about something wrong with her mind, then you ain't her friend because you know how she feels.
No, sorry, kids. We just can't hang out together.
If that's my best friend, and if you my girl, and you know I've been pursuing this guy, and I've been looking at him, and
But
then
if he don't want you, I need you to wake up. Stop being
no,
a stalker.
If he don't want me, then guess what? I ain't gonna watch you be happy with my friend either. You better not.
Now, that is true.
Did you
bet
hear
not.
the levels, though, Joe?
That is
I'm talking about if y'all just on the street, y'all out at the restaurant, a guy walk, he like, Tiffany like, oh, he fine.
But no, that's different.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
different.
about.
Different. That's happened to us many times.
Yes.
Between the both of us.
Me and
Yeah, that's
However, it's still a situation of you looking at me and I'm looking at you and I'm like, okay. Or you like, okay. But if I say, damn, he fine, and he walk over to you, I'm like, well, damn.
exactly. But if he's choosing, you not.
She
It's
still
different
wouldn't.
if a female
I'm sorry.
pursuing.
But
If
you
I
got
say
your
a guy
necklace on, best
fine,
friend, because I'm putting mine in. She wouldn't. I'm sorry.
That's a do not touch zone.
Period.
I don't care if
Well,
you
good
don't talk to me
luck.
for 10 years. He's still minding my head. Period.
Joe. Well, I appreciate you calling me a best friend. Next time we're gonna have to have you on. 'Cause you
Okay,
ain't-
bye, y'all.
Love you. Keep watching. Share,
Love you,
share,
bye.
share. All right. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna get some messages after this, and that's fine. I just come from. I guess I just was raised.
Well,
different.
that literally just happened to me. Me and this guy was talking. He was talking. We had just started talking, and then I was like, I got a podcast. Follow it, And he's like, oh, I have one. I got one too. I was like, well, if you can get on your show, let me see. So of course he had been doing it for a while, and I'm looking through some of the. I was like, oh, I see my homegirl on here.
Lord.
So how you know her? He's like, oh, we used to date. I was like, oh. Like, y'all just went out a couple times? Or he was like, we was together for 2 years. I was like,
So here's my thing. If that was your girl, you would know who she dated, right?
No, listen to this.
I'm just saying, y'all ain't that close.
Let me tell you, now let's go there. Because the issue is, she was my girl when we was in school. We graduated, we still hung out, some time has lapsed.
In high school?
Yeah, but listen, but mind you too, she became a client of mine too. So it turned into, we still talk here and there, but we not as close as we were in high school, of course.
Of course not.
But that's still my homegirl. Like, I could call her, she call me at any given moment, and it's like we ain't missing.
But you just don't know who her man is for 2 years.
I knew who her baby daddy was, because that was important.
He off limits.
Yeah, he definitely is. But if it's somebody she dated in them 2 years, there was some times we wasn't there.
Okay, but wait a minute. Well, my homeboy just told me I sound crazy as hell. But look here.
Look at here. Where is they watching that? This is what I'm talking about. How he say that?
I don't.
Give me your phone.
I don't know. But I'm gonna say this. Now hold on, because my whole sister came to my birthday party with somebody I ain't never seen.
Correct.
So let's say
you
that.
talking about me?
That's
You talking about me?
Exactly. Some people don't know all of that.
I'm just saying.
Needless to say, he said
exactly.
He told me.
I'm confused by that statement.
But because what I'm saying is, what if I had met him before he came to my party? He didn't know where he was coming to.
That's
I'm sure
true.
you didn't look at
And
my
what
picture.
if I've been gone in Houston for 2.5 years, and I don't know what the hell been happening since I've been gone.
Okay, touche. That's a good point. That's a good point.
The end of the story is
the moral of the story.
But I'm dating somebody. You just didn't know who. Okay,
I wasn't here for 2 years, so that probably happened when I wasn't here. But
you better than me, G. Woo!
Anyway, he was like, well, you know what? I'm going to let you decide on how you feel. Y'all still close. I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
Because I feel like if it was another one, if it was her, she wouldn't do me like, I don't think so. I think it's like one of those, like, that's an ex. I don't know how in love y'all was. And I ain't even call her and ask her. Like, that was one of those things where I'm like, I'm not even going to call her and ask you that. I'm going to just make my own decision.
Okay, I have a whole story.
So you must be on your page.
No, I don't. He's texting me. He's watching, but he said another example of how women keep women single. He's a woman hater.
That was the
he's
topic.
hating women. But
I agree.
I was out of town with some friends, and I met a gentleman, and there was a girl in my group of friends that I was cool with, but she was my friend's friend. Mm-hmm. And the gentleman was nice looking, but he was there with a whole bunch of other people. And we all ended up, together, hanging out, kicking it or whatever. And she was sitting next to me. We got up, we were smoking hookah, outside, kicking it. She was sitting next to me. She started talking to someone else. The gentleman got up from where he was sitting, walked over to my seat, bent down, and was like, can I sit here? So I'm like, sure. Let me move my purse, whatever. I move my purse. We get to talking. We exchanged information via social media, because that's the only way meet people via social media. So we talking social media while I'm there. He was like, hey, they invited us to a party. He's talking to me. Someone else was talking to me as well. The other person talking to me invited me to the party. Me and my friends, we ended up not going. Cool. When I got home, there were conversations. Several, in fact. Oh. So many, in fact, that I was going to visit. He was coming to visit.
Okay.
We were visiting each other. Mm-hmm. So I went out of town with my girls. Well, let me back up. I guess she found out and she got mad and she ended up not coming on our girls' trip. So I felt bad because my girlfriend, I wanted to make sure she understood that I don't want you to have to choose between your friends. Mm-hmm. And she said, I would never do that. She said, I'm going to do stuff with you, I'm going to do stuff with her. She didn't come. So the conversation we rented a little yacht, we were hanging out. thought we was rich that weekend.
So that was like, oh, yeah, okay.
So we on the boat, and I'm hearing, you should have just walked away. So the other young lady said, why would she walk away? She didn't know. I didn't know anything.
Right.
That was the whole situation of that's my man, but not my man.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't say nothing. You saw him come sit next to me and talk to me the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
You saw us exchange information, and then never said. She was like, "Oh, he cute," but that's all you said. You never said, "Look, that's my man," because I'd have been like, "Whoop whoop."
But no, that the original right. I get what, but it's a crush. So that's,
but she didn't
that's the
tell
question.
me. You didn't tell me about
So
the crush.
that's the difference. If they tell you,
If she
then
would have
that's supposed to
said
be off
something,
limits. Okay.
so if she would have even said something, even though she wasn't my good friend, I would have still been hands off. Even though she got a man and she was talking to several other men there.
I did
But
that once in my life, and I'll
is.
never do it again because I could have missed out on somebody really special.
But
I did miss out on somebody.
I would have
Because
been
she had
hands
a whole
off.
man. How you see? That's the other thing, other layer, next level. If your girl got a whole husband or a man, but she see a guy and like, oh, he cute, but he want me. Oh no, but I used to mess with him. Okay, so you just admitted you cheated on your husband with this one, but then he tried to talk to me, so I'm not supposed to talk to him because that's your sneaky link.
But that's not your business.
But I didn't know.
Oh.
But that's the thing. If I don't know,
Okay.
but he know. If he know we girls and you smashing her on the side, and then you approach me, I just think you were a nice guy, and I thought you was cute, and I'm talking to you,
But
and
that's
then
what I'm
as we
getting
start to
to.
talk, you let me know. Oh well, that's my side. That's your side. Now I'm caught in the middle looking crazy.
But that's what I'm getting to.
I'm like, what type of?
Because I'm asking him like, hey, what's up?
Because he was the one wrong because he know what they got. I didn't know what
But
they
he
had.
didn't have anything with her.
Ain't nothing
Yes,
got.
they had sex.
No, this person.
No, in her body, like that.
No,
and
I'm
that
talking
she
about
said
my
no.
situation.
Who said- oh,
he
you and that
didn't
guy.
even know. I mean,
'cause I
he
did
knew
start
who
talking about
she
me, huh?
was. You didn't let me finish. But
My
you
bad.
know,
You are
she
the
do
guest.
that shit at home.
We at home. Sorry, y'all.
What I was saying is he didn't know. I mean, he said he knew that she liked him because she had approached him before, but he was just like,
He wasn't interested.
He
he
didn't like her.
introduced her to someone else, but she
Ooh.
didn't even speak to him
Ooh, that's-
while we were there. So I didn't know anything. So he and I were dating. So while we were out of town, it became a whole issue of she with him right now, and I'm on my phone. We're FaceTiming.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, are you? Could you show me her? Because I'm talking to him right now. He done called me 6 times since we've been on this boat, y'all. What's up? So, I mean, she stopped talking to me. She unfriended me on Facebook.
Aw.
She unfriended me on all social media.
Oh, she was mad. So
she's
talked
probably
about
not watching.
me. Yeah, she was just really upset. So,
I don't know, hate mail. This is a
bad.
sister.
I mean, I apologize because it wasn't really like that.
But did
we
y'all even last?
We did.
Good.
Yes,
See, I think it was worth it.
we did.
I think don't throw a friendship away over a smash. If I'm really feeling somebody, are they feeling me? And y'all not together, y'all had a history. I'm sorry. It's worth
Let
the
me
risk
tell
for
you
me.
something. Because I'm gonna tell you.
But I'm gonna communicate that to my friend.
One of my closest
We
friends
gonna have conversations, and if you
used
say
to be.
you
We don't
fine
talk
with
no more.
it, I can't do that. I don't read people's mind. So if you tell me you fine with it, and you really secretly not,
Listen,
I'm not responsible for your feelings.
my high school crush.
No, not doing it. We too old.
I had a crush on him. We ended up kicking it. And this girl that I grew up with, she knew about it, knew all of that. So as soon as she found out me and him wasn't kicking it no more, she done went on ahead and they done got... I said, oh. And then she told me like a year later, and why would you tell me while I'm doing your hair?
Because you're not petty, because you're a professional.
You're a liar.
She's still in control.
It's a little spot missing. But anywho,
You was upset?
hell yeah, I was upset. You want to know why? Because that one you knew.
Oh, man. I
Listen.
know everybody. I don't want to know these stories.
Because and she knew I liked him, and she knew something ended up happening between me and him. So for you to backdoor it like that was grimy.
Yeah, that was.
I blame the men.
That was grimy as hell.
I blame the men. These men are only able to do this.
Too. Yeah, but you my girl though. Niggas and bitches gonna be who they are. That's fine. But if we really rocking like that, if you was really my friend,
If we really rocking like that,
you wouldn't have did no shit like that, and you did. So now, needless to say, we do not talk anymore.
Here's the thing.
So
When
yeah, I threw that
someone-
away.
When someone tells you that, oh, it's okay, go ahead, that goes back to you knowing the person, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I can't trust you
But if
never
they tell
again
you to
either.
go ahead and
Like,
do it and it's okay, I don't
do
know.
it.
I feel like that's a trap.
Don't do it.
It's not a trap. You
I
better
ain't gonna-
say what you mean and mean what you say. That's why I'm so direct.
But you should know
'Cause I
your
learned
person,
it
though.
don't matter.
So even if I'm telling you, yeah, it's okay, you can be like, you know what, she really did
You need
have
to
feelings
say
for my
no, because I'll
man.
come to you and say you need to say. I'm like, look, Shan. Do you not want me to talk to him because he talking to me? He
you
approached
know
me.
me,
I know
I'll be
you
like,
liked him.
I would
but-
be like, you should already know
I'm
the
hitting with
answer.
it's cool in the 8th octave. It's cool.
Right. That's meaning no. I dated somebody for
hot.
2 years before I found out that he had slept with one of my friends. And she lived out of town, so I didn't know until, we talked about it, and I found out, and I mean, like, we were together. And I was like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? So she was like, what you mean? I said, you want me to leave him alone? What you want me to do? Because I will do it. You're my friend. I love you. And she was like, no, it wasn't like that. It was a pass and smash type thing, So we never, but I just wanted you to know when I saw y'all together, I said, well, thank you for telling me. However, if that was the case, I think she could have kept it to herself. Now, that was different.
Yeah, that's true.
At that point. But she didn't know that we had been together for 2 years. She just knew that, she was just
She
like,
seen y'all together.
let me
See, I
tell
was
you
kinda-
what's up with him.
I was trying to say that. I can understand her telling you because she didn't want it to be awkward later. If y'all are still together, I can kind of see that. She just wanted to be open and honest because you never want something to come back around and come out in a different way.
And I appreciate
So
that.
I can see that.
I appreciate it.
Like, back in the day.
But if you just
but if you
meet
just
somebody-
kissed, like y'all was dating in kindergarten and y'all had crushes on each other, don't come telling me.
Girl, you
what
know
he
I
wanted
love
me
him
back in
since
the
I was
day.
born.
That was my
Like-
boyfriend in kindergarten.
And that's how some
He
people
used to,
feel, is
he
what
used to
I'm
break
saying.
my graham crackers for me.
Hey, Brittany.
Because
All
we
right,
used to like
got
some
people-
petty grams together.
Right.
Like, don't do that to me.
He gave me a pop ring, asked me to marry him. Brittany is in the building.
Hey, Britt,
Reggie. All right, Brittany
Britt.
said my ex is off limits. It's not an ex.
I know,
The
'cause,
ex, now that's a whole nother conversation.
I think she was talking about my situation with the little X part. Well, 'cause
With the
we
little
was-
yes, off limits.
Yeah, that's really.
Exes, baby daddies, off limits.
So, y'all throw
Oh,
mine
you
to
can have
whoever.
mine. Okay. Shit.
Go ahead.
Y'all saying that.
Go have it.
I don't believe that.
Enjoy it. Because you're not.
Girl, here, okay?
Yeah, that one is,
Why do people have to feel that way about their baby daddies?
Because, baby.
I can't.
Whew.
I don't feel like that about none of my ex. I don't feel like that about my ex.
the baby moms and baby dads that when they drop the kids off, they be trying to stay too?
Whew, I understand.
I've
I'm
never
sorry.
had that happen.
No, it's
It
a
happens.
thing.
Try to stay where?
But he stalks
At the
my
house.
social media now,
Oh.
so it's real funny to see the little love taps
Seriously?
on the picture.
You ain't got no baby no more. Your child grown.
I still got a baby daddy.
Okay.
I don't
I
know
need
more.
him to stop.
I cancel mine. We ain't no. That
So you
is
return.
That's Jaden's dad.
I'm so
I don't.
glad
That ain't my
my
baby.
parents-
Nothing. My baby ain't no baby
As
no
my
more.
parents are
That's
older.
just his daddy.
I'm glad they get along.
Okay, all right.
I'll say that.
There
I'm
we
glad
go.
that they get along. Before my paw passed, they all collectively got along, and they don't have to because their kids is grown.
Mm-hmm.
So I respect that about my parents. I like that they can. And he's remarried his wife, bonus mom, whatever you want to call it.
She wasn't your
it
mama
took some
friend, though.
time. Now it took some time. It did take some time. It did take some time.
Back on
Because-
topic, because you all off.
Yeah.
You all off
That's
the
not.
topic.
Are
Let's
they
get
off
back.
limits? Is that off limits? Baby daddy.
No, you can have
So you can have a baby daddy, but you're gonna be mad about a crush. A person you had a whole child with, if your girl talks to your
Yeah.
baby daddy, you don't have a
Yeah,
problem with that.
No,
Mine-
Y'all
mine-
some
he's still off
weird-
limits.
Mine-
He's
yeah.
off limits because that's my child's father, and
Yeah, I
you knew
don't
that we
care.
had a relationship.
Okay, so he's still off limits.
He is definitely off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all still.
And I throw him in the fire
I really
right
wouldn't
now,
care.
but he's still off limits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody off limits.
I wouldn't.
Anybody that I have been with in my past, is off limits.
Yeah.
Anybody that I am currently seeing and we not really seeing is off limits.
I feel like anybody that I have told you about is off limits. If I had a
Respectfully.
conversation, or you know that you met him through me, he's off limits.
Crazily
Yeah.
enough,
Everybody else is
some of the
right.
guys that I've dated, I've been cool with some of my ex's baby mamas, and we still cool.
Mm-hmm. And they may feel the way about
I
it.
love them. We love each other. Like we still
That's
talk, and we and the exes don't talk. You know,
Yeah, that's a problem.
like even my son's dad, ex girl. I still to this day do her hair, her mama hair, her sister hair, her baby hair, and her husband. Her current husband.
Exactly, is what I'm saying. You're proving
Cool.
my point here.
Even I think another thing that kind of ties into that's off limits is, you dated. You didn't even date my friend. Y'all hung out, whatever the case was. Y'all hung out, and you know that's my girl, or you know that whatever it is. And here you come. What, boy? If you don't go sit down
Do y'all
somewhere,
watch the Atlanta Housewives? That stuff with Portia and what's the name?
Oh, Drew?
Yeah.
I'm glad
That's a
you
lot.
said that because
Yeah.
do you think, so those that don't know and don't follow Atlanta Housewives, I'm sorry, you're going to miss this whole conversation. But since we do. So Drew is an artist, a singer.
Is she really?
Portia.
Okay.
Drew has a beautiful voice. I will not throw no shade on Drew Sidora. I do like her voice.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Baby
Portia's baby
daddy.
daddy, who is from Detroit. Shout out to Dennis.
Hot dog boy.
Shout out Hot Dog Man. He's a producer. So your business, and maybe because I'm in business, I look at things differently. I come across I meet a lot of people. That don't mean that they're in any kind of relationship with each other. It's business. So you mean to tell me, because this man is your ex, you had a baby with him and y'all don't get along, he can't produce my record?
They do get along though.
They don't get along because of her.
is
So
he only
Portia's
producing
issue-
her record?
And that's the thing. Portia, I feel like she got jealous.
Portia,
I don't
get
feel like
jealous.
it's any. Now they come out later together, then poo on me. But Portia's issue wasn't that they was cool or doing that. It was that they had filming time. She didn't want nobody else on. She didn't want
Filming
him to
with him.
film on the show with Drew. Only time he should be on the show is tied to her storyline. So that's what I feel like. It's business. It's not a. I don't feel like Portia's mad. I think it's.
But it's coming
She just being
off.
territorial.
She
which I
is.
don't agree with.
But because at the end of the day, that's Drew's storyline, and if she doing her music stuff, and he just so happened to be the producer.
But I heard he stopped. He's not working with her now.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like and then I'm trying to figure out, is that the storyline too? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Is that additional storyline for them, for her, like just to keep the drama going? But
They have relevance.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Because
housewife
nobody watches
Yeah,
positive
no more. I
TV.
can't even take it.
I love it. It's my guilty pleasure. That's my ratchetness.
I love it too.
Especially the first couple seasons. Now it's just kind of scripted to me.
Yeah,
It's
now
scripted.
it's a lot. I can't.
It's like they do a lot. But back
best
in
friend
the
said she would drag Drew.
Basketball wise, that's what I used to
My
watch.
best friend just
She said
chimed
what?
in and said she would drag Drew.
Portia would. Oh,
My best friend.
Joe. Look at JoJo.
Listen, Miss Joe said what she said.
Okay.
She said what she said. And she meant
said-
it. Trust me.
she
I
said-
can
said
hear
she
her
would
now.
drag her.
I wish Rhea sound crazy. I can't wait to see her. I love you, JoJo.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, but some people.
I just don't feel it.
Oh, she said they were being shady about it. I don't watch it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. I feel like business. When you start messing with my coin, that's it. Prime example. What are my exes? Okay, when I did the podcast, that's nothing new. I share my life on the podcast, parts of my life, and that's where I think people be messed up. Y'all don't know me. Those that's in my circle know different things, but y'all don't know everything. But yes, I dated my producer. It didn't work out. I'm not ever gonna knock
make your money.
business. I refer him to people. I will hope he still refers to me. I can't speak for him, but I know me, and I just think that's childish. Don't mess up the bag. Don't mess up the bag. The potential, especially
that's
if
a
you're
whole
good.
different. So now look, that's a whole different conversation because now you're going into somebody's. I guess I'm trying to say now you're going into somebody
Livelihood.
well, not their livelihood, but the other person, the new person, they have to have some sort of. You can't be jealous. You can't be jealous-hearted. We just getting this money together. That's
Yeah.
it. You have to have your own self-worth.
Yeah.
Keep your
It can be
self-esteem up.
awkward. Now, don't get me wrong. Like when we started this podcast, I mean, Heavy. Heavy used to be on all the time. I say Heavy name because he's everywhere. Mm-hmm. But Heavy used to be on, and we were literally exes. And his new he had a woman. I didn't have a man when I first started. I wasn't with nobody. but he had a relationship, and I used to tell him, "Do your woman know that she don't have an issue with you being on the podcast? It don't matter." I said, and that's why we must don't do that. If you care about somebody, I would give him relationship advice. That's what the love, and that's where we are now, where we're friends and we can talk about stuff like that. Yeah. But and everybody from the outside be like, y'all gonna get back together. Honestly, and I don't say no to nothing. I don't know what's gonna happen.
The other person has to be.
I don't say stuff like that. I don't know what my life's gonna bring. I'm just open to everything positive at this point.
Yeah,
positive and profitable.
Well, my take on it is it's off limits. Period. And point blank.
Off limits. Okay, so what are some other things that are off limits? Let's see. Baby daddy's off limits. If I see a guy that I think is cute and he approach you, I'm gonna tell you not to talk to him.
If you don't know, if you don't say anything, I mean, you know.
No, I told you, like, oh, he cute, but he start walking up to us and he choose you.
Then I would immediately say, "This is my sister. Hi, how you doing?"
I mean, that's nice. I'm trying to holler at you.
Hey, sis, how you doing? So back to you.
So that's my thing. I'm old school. Your nigga chose me.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
your dude, he chose you. I gotta respect that.
I'm so happy my dress got pockets. That's not.
My mom loves pockets.
I love it.
She's not getting it without them.
I love it.
Is there family off limits? Hey,
that's why she's a co-producer.
Yeah, you know how many times y'all did? I'm sure y'all have. Like y'all meet
let's talk about
y'all meet the guy and then y'all go meet his friends and you be like, damn.
We had that situation.
I went out to talk to friends. I feel like that.
We had that situation once.
Shit.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Me and you?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's
talk about it.
Name, but
get on RawbutReal.
It was like, this is my little friend. I said, hey, little friend.
He
was like,
what was this?
Sis. I said, yeah. I mean, but you know, if you happy, if you like it, I love it. Because it was a pass and smash for me.
You smashed somebody else smashed.
And I passed on it immediately. I hate to be that person, but if you watch it, I passed, okay? Because it was trash.
But I didn't know you smashed. I didn't know.
I told you I did.
I had brain surgery, girl. I
was very clear about it. But I was we had a conversation, but I was only clear about it because when I say the name, you'll know. You know what? But I was only clear about it because he was being very nasty to me when we saw each other. And she was like, "This is my sister." And he was like, I saw that's what we doing. Oh. Because you never met Petty Tiff. Let me introduce you to her.
Okay. I am drawing a blank. How old was I?
So I just...
Y'all, for the viewers that's watching, we are not biological sisters. I want people to think that I'm shady like that.
You about to get a whole bunch of phone calls like
that's
your blood.
We are sisters by sisters.
We are sisters by sisters. Yes. My sister is her sister. Figure that out later. Y'all to figure it out. But I'm okay. Dang. Why I don't remember too?
Oh, when I tell you, you'll remember. But I
want to know now.
And it wasn't no type of hate,
but
But it was the whole.
Man, this story. I'm sitting here debating like, should I tell it or not? Because.
Do it. Tell me the name. Go to G Baby story, and I'm trying to get this name. Was I in a relationship?
Look, girl. If we're gonna move on from that, we'll talk about that.
The viewers want to know. So do I.
We're gonna stay on topic.
That is topic. So, did you feel like I didn't make it off limits?
Hey, Calvin. So Calvin said boundaries have to exist somewhere. Rhea, he said crew love.
See, that's what making me look like I'm about to goofy. I didn't know.
Shit. Okay, well, we were young. Let me start.
Boundaries are off. I don't know.
I was like 19. Okay. It was 19, wasn't it?
I don't know. We're gonna tie it in though.
Anyway, me and my bestie, she was talking to this guy that she met at my shop because we was all at the shop, and they met each other, and they was talking. And she was like, I don't really like him. So he was still coming in the shop. So I would see him. So he ended up was like, can we talk? He was like, can we hang out? Me and him. I was like, I don't know. So I asked my best friend. I was like, he want to hang out. She was like, you might like him. I don't know. I'm good on him. I was like, all right, we'll hang out. We hung out. And we had a great time. We really did have fun.
See?
And then something did happen, and I had to call her and tell her, like, girl, you missed
You missed that
you had missed this situation.
The whole snack.
She was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, you should have.
I ain't see. Now, see, I ain't gonna see.
No, we did.
I told
That
y'all
happened. But she didn't care because, again, she didn't like him. She thought she might have, but she didn't. She was like, kind of passed them on.
She liked him after that. You don't never tell nobody it's good.
Well, you know, we wasn't together.
I was gonna say, but even if she did like him after that, you didn't really like him, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it was that.
You know,
And then we didn't.
We did what we did.
Me and him still remain friends, but it didn't turn into nothing like that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It is.
But it is awkward. Like when you turn into a whole relationship and you know this person has been with your friend, it does come up. But if it's been years ago, because that's happened in my life.
I heard this over the weekend. We were having a conversation with a friend, me and best friend, and this young lady says that her ex-husband, got with someone that she was not particularly. I guess they were cool. But she knew that was her husband at the time.
Yeah.
And her and the husband were friends. And
Friendly. Yeah.
he ended up marrying the friend.
That's only allowed if I'm dead.
It wasn't her friend; it was his friend. But you're my friend. You were my best friend, and that's all he kept saying is she's his friend. We're just friends, and he ended up marrying her. But now. He thought the grass was greener on the other side. And
she got him together.
She got, and it wasn't. But we were cool, and you knew that was my husband. Even though you said that was your friend, you tried to friend me so that you could see what was going on with me and my husband.
And I have a hard time.
So that's a
with
lot.
That.
That's kind of
That
should have been off
trauma
limits.
bonds. People bond off of trauma. I've seen people that started dating the friends of a deceased person.
Oh yeah.
I've seen. I don't know. Like I say,
that's different.
Different things happen, and I don't know.
But when I die,
because I don't
when
feel like it's
I
malicious.
die, y'all better not date nobody I dated.
I don't care who you date.
Or I'm coming back to haunt you.
If y'all get along, if I married and I passed away, I honestly would rather my husband be with somebody that I know would take care of him, like I would.
My aunt did that. My aunt
don't have
passed
an issue
away,
with that.
and she introduced my uncle to someone.
Oh.
So that he wouldn't be.
Yeah.
She knew she was dying, and so that he wouldn't be lonely. And he married that lady, and they were together ever since then.
But that's just a control. See, that's the issue of me having control.
Like, listen,
I want to control who
you
you
want to
choose.
choose. You want to choose.
It's
You
this person
don't
I
get to
need you
choose.
to be
though.
with.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But that's awkward. That's got to be awkward for people. Ugh, I don't know.
Oh,
I
now
gotta
you got a
get back to-
conscience? Oh.
I gotta go back to who you talking about
Is
because
it
I
a
really
moral
don't know.
fiber now? Oh.
Probably not that much.
Okay.
I always have morals. I'll be rich if I could be a hoe. These morals, I tell you. I say it all the time. I would be a very paid woman if I did not have no morals. Because you sit on the gold mine. That's what my granny always told me. But I got morals. Thank you. Good. Thank God for Jesus.
Thank you, goodness.
Thank you, God.
Lord.
Because you got choices. We all have choices and options, and things are off limits. But certain things, I just feel like, yes, there are levels. I would not date any of my friends, husbands, ex-husbands, boyfriends, those things. But a crush, that is not off limits to me. I'm sorry. You like them. They like your girl. I ain't gonna say me in the scenario. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not even gonna put me in it. But even in the girl group, if I got into a whole, that was years ago, and she hate when I bring that story up, so I ain't gonna tell her name, but she ain't watching. She don't watch it, I don't think. But I ain't gonna say her name. But we got in a whole fight, a physical fight, because and I'm a friend of a friend. We just out at the park. He comes up. She like, girl, he was a well-known basketball player. We'll say that. And I was dating his friend, so I knew him through my friend. So my girl was like, oh yeah, I wanted to holler at him, but he was interested in my other girl. So he was like, what's up with your girl? And I was like, she's like, and so we leaving out. We all tipsy. She's like, you could have introduced him to me. You all get like all on her. Like, I said, that's who he wanted to talk to.
Exactly.
That's who he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk to her.
Yeah.
Well, you could have just stayed out of it. I said, I didn't do nothing but say, this is such and such. That's it.
Right.
I gave an introduction. That's y'all wrong. That's on them to talk. Mm-hmm. So she just going off and on. We just talking about that. It just blew up to a whole argument. And I was like, what are we arguing about?
That's the one.
We was drunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's why I think I just look at it different. Like, if it's based on a guy, if that's who they choose, that's who they choose.
Different.
That's what I'm talking about. It's who they choose. Now, it's different if you tell me, oh, that guy cute. He walk up to us and he into you, and then I keep flirting with him. Then you just out. You just being sneaky. Stop doing. And we all have plenty of friends that do that. Just flirt around. Are you wearing those skippy things around? Yeah, is that off limits? Should you, ladies? Do you know how to dress around your friend's man?
Oh, I can't.
Let me tell you.
Because some of y'all
Or
don't.
do you know how to behave around
That's the one.
you?
Yeah.
Do you know how to behave?
Let me hold on. We think about the same thing. Probably.
I've seen
Like with my
someone get here. You can feel my cup.
Okay.
I've seen someone. I'm there with someone that, not particularly my man, but somebody I've dealt with off and on for years. And you dipped in front of him and you dancing like you on the pole. Hey, boo boo, hold up.
There she was.
Is this your man? Yeah, for all intents and purposes, he is.
Yeah.
So you could back
The
up, take a
intents
little.
and purposes means that they was not together, but they was together.
Well, we
That
were
was in
together.
my man.
You might as well
Yeah.
think my man. When you see him, you see me.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It was, and when I see this person,
Oh, you still have to see them.
Hey,
I see them
Jada.
all the time.
I gotta say
but
hi
I
to
love
Jada.
this
Jada's watching.
person.
Hey, Jada.
I really like this person a lot. I just have to kind of, if it's somebody and he's right there and she wants to, hold up, let me get in front of that for you.
Back
Hold
up.
on. Yeah, let me fix you.
He with me.
Even if he ain't with me, that's with me.
I need
That's
him
with
to get
me.
you together. I need him to get you together. Now, I do remember a time I was out at the bar and I'm with my ex, but people still consider us together. And the girl, she was like dancing and she was like, oh, do you mind if I dance with him? And I was like, you gotta ask him. And she was like, and then he looked at me, I looked at him, like, you better stay right.
You better say
and I was
no.
giving you the option. I said, ask him. You leave it up to him, he just said, hey. And he's like, no, he was supposed to say no, fool. And then another time, I just flat out said no. I said no.
Okay, at least
I said thank you for asking.
Yeah.
She said, oh, can I dance with him? I was like, no.
Respectfully.
And he looked and he was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause she
and I
right,
said it respectfully.
right.
And she was like, I respect that about you. And she gave me, drunk people.
Yeah.
At the time.
Real
Well, this
social.
person didn't give me no hug, but she was just like, girl, hell. Okay. You better get to the back, boo. Okay,
what's
excuse
your
me.
sign?
Aquarius.
Okay.
Shanny and I have the same birthday, October 29th.
Siri, what you be doing at home? You saw her eyes. She was like, girl.
Child, I'm a lot. I know I'm a lot.
Yes,
though.
I know.
don't care.
I can. It's people watching and
I am
listening.
sweet.
If you listen to her
Very.
every week, is this what it's like? I'm sure it is.
They love it. And I appreciate all the viewers.
But see, look, because she off topic. Back to the topic.
That's not off topic. I just said I appreciate the viewers. I'm trying to run.
But no, I just I'm not gonna say that. Well, it has always been like that. Now, if it's the opposite, if your boy like me,
So them rules don't apply.
no, I'm just kidding. But your boy like me, and then we was cool, and then your boy start liking. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
My dad said, had a whole long comment, but Dad, you might as well call me in because I'm
he's
not reading all that.
hey, Papa Bear.
Hey, Papa Bear. I love you to pieces, but you done wrote a whole story.
Look, when you be wanting to be Demir, hey.
Yes. But we only got, don't, I know he'll call in. Don't call in, Dad. I'm going to read it.
Look, you see me with the
Yes, because Dad will call
No,
in.
you're not about to get me in trouble. He can call.
He do know how to get off, though.
What's the comment?
Lord, it's long, Tiff. See, you supposed to be watching.
He
You see
said,
yourself.
"Hey, my daughter and
Thank you,
bonus
G,
daughters. I pray you are
told you to
well."
put it up. I don't
The
know.
subject: Are you off? Oh, sorry, you put 2 R's in there. Are you off limits? It's according to who you are dating. You and your beau must sit down together and discuss what your relationship is all about and where you both are going together. Trust is a very important part of life and relationships. Papa Bear.
Yeah, Papa Bear. That's that
wasn't
wisdom. That's what I come
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
though.
yeah,
Understand?
That's right.
He tapped
That's
in.
right, Dad.
That's a part of
That's
me.
so good, yeah.
I'm a part of him. Is what I'm saying, y'all.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
Dating the ex is definitely off limits.
With that
Look, y'all.
conversation.
Okay, it is not. Okay, that was the extra level. Was the ex? We're talking about the crush. The original topic. The original post was if my friend has a crush on a guy, and that guy don't like her, he like you. Or like me, whatever.
I mean, but why would
is he off limits? That's the original question.
And the way your question is, it's not like. How is it a crush if y'all just met though? Like it ain't no.
Because
Right, that's different. That's not a
crush.
But that's not a
like
crush. That's a
like.
you know, he cute, and then you say, he cute, and then he come over here and start talking to Rhea.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay, that's different.
You can't
Yeah.
crush off of the physical initial attraction.
Yes, you
Somebody
can.
that I'm crushing on is somebody that I've been crushing on. Somebody
Ooh,
I
so
see
you can
out,
watch
like
it.
I see him out all the time, and I'm like, I'm about to devil my boo
Exactly.
right there. That's him.
Yeah.
Now that's
Okay,
interesting.
so if you do that on the first interaction, are you delusional?
Oh, I'm delulu like a
Asking
motherfucker.
for a
But
friend.
I
I'm
don't
glad
have no
she
problems
finally
with that.
Look for a friend.
Girl, I'm delulu, but please understand
Yeah.
that, you know, because I'm not the type of person to.
Somebody phone up. Somebody volume on.
Is that mine? Did you
Probably.
turn it down? Yep, she didn't turn it down.
Oh, it's
y'all.
my
She
fault.
wanted me to be on here so
It's
bad.
my fault.
I
Always blame the babysitter.
am Delulu. I mean, but you know, like if I see somebody and I'm like, well, that's my boo right there. I mean, that's my boo. But I'm going to be very clear in telling you that that's my man, my man, my man.
You wasn't clear with me because clearly I was smashed somebody. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
he wasn't. I already told you that was a smash and pass because it was trash. I didn't.
But then I started dating him.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, I have to remember. I
wanna go
baby.
Because you know, I already had 2 relationships. Was it a relationship or somebody I was dating?
I don't know what it was, honey. I
was a
don't
little
even know
ooh-wah.
what to call you.
It was a little
It
ooh-wah.
might have been a little ooh-wah.
So y'all seen how people be seeing people out and they approach them, but they recorded them and then they put it on like TikTok or somebody.
Y'all know
be like,
him.
Hey, help me find him because I like
He's so
him.
fine.
Yeah,
TikTok be on it.
that is stalkerish, but
TikTok
hey,
be 5 minutes.
and they be finding them.
I like them. I like
we got
TikTok.
to call her. We got to call her.
Yes.
All right, caller, you're on RawbutReal. Tell us how you feel.
I feel with my hands every day.
That's Papa Bear.
Hello,
All right,
daughters.
we read, G Baby read your statement. I know it's a 3-minute delay, so you probably didn't hear her read it. But that was very, very, very good advice.
Okay.
So,
I appreciate you reading that. I love you very much, and I love the show.
I love you.
Love you.
But Dad, while I got you on, let me ask you,
Well-
are there situations, because you are a wise man, you are 70-some years old, you've had a lot of situations in life, right?
That's correct, I have.
So if my mama, which is your ex-wife,
My former wife.
yeah, I'm
never said-
sorry,
I don't,
I no, he does not say ex. Let me clear.
I
My
love
father
that.
does not
I love
ever
that.
say ex.
That's right.
He says former wife, just like he
Yes.
hates the term baby mama, baby
Yeah,
daddy.
me too.
He don't play that.
Mother of child.
He hates for you to say whatever because that's like saying you don't give a damn. That's my daddy is very particular about a lot of
Yeah.
things. So I would give him his respect on that. Your former wife, is she off limits to date one of your friends? He gonna cuss me out.
Oh, no, I'm not going to cuss you out.
Okay.
Here it is. It's my former wife. It wants to date my former friend. You heard me say that, right? Okay, he's a former friend. He's not a friend of mine. If they get together and they're happy, good. But that's my former.
No matter how long it's been, right,
Shout out
Dad?
to the
Catch
former.
that, T. All right.
No matter how long it's been, right, Dad?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Bing bang boom.
That's up to her. If she wants to date him, cool.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk to her, that's up to him and her, not me.
But that's a former friend. But she's in your life forever because you have children with her.
Children. That's right.
Okay, that's an interesting point.
Okay.
Tell LL I said, hey, we wrapping up. We got like 4 minutes left. Shandy, give me gang signs. I love you. I will talk to you later.
Yes, you will. Bye-bye. Yes. One more thing.
Oh, yes.
My cup, where is it?
Oh, okay. I'm like, Dad.
I love you.
I love
Bye.
you.
He be so calm and subtle. He be like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
So that's
on the
our
show.
show
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
time.
He hosted the show when I was in Spain, and I was supposed to get him a cup, an autographed cup from everybody, and I haven't got it yet. So
Oh,
I have no excuse.
I love the support.
Yes, that's the spot there. If my girls call dibs, then he is automatically off limit. Y'all didn't
Yes.
Let me tell y'all something.
Because I said it.
Get some. I don't know. This must be an age thing for me.
Maybe,
I just
maybe
said
it is.
that.
Who said that?
I said it.
Okay.
If I call dibs, neither one of us ain't talking to him. But
That's
still,
it.
I mean,
respect
Let's
that.
just going on.
you know, when he come over, you know, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Can I buy you a drink? You can buy us a drink, but no, I'm good, thank you." You know, so
Fuck it.
How do y'all feel about men that don't buy your friends drinks? Like when they approach you, you feel like when you with your girl, you supposed to buy it around for everybody.
Yeah, no.
I don't feel like
Because
that.
they really didn't have to do it for me.
Exactly.
You know, because when
But
I
a
go
lot of
out,
women think like that.
you are under the impression that you will be spending your
You
money.
should.
instead.
Or they get mad at you.
you
if
should.
get a
But
drink.
if it's like 6 or 7 of us, I understand
Yeah.
that. And then again, don't get me wrong, because I ain't in nobody's pockets. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. You know, but
Clearly.
if you do have it, and I know
that
you
knock
got
off
it,
points?
you know,
Do
if
that
you
knock
got
off
it.
points with the guy if he don't got it?
Not particularly.
I don't care.
Okay.
No, but if I know you got it, come on.
Don't
I
act
just
like
feel
that.
like
act like
Okay.
that.
spot,
Okay.
a lot of men can't. They're not gonna back out, or they might just sneak and duck and dodge and go out the other way. That's how men. They don't ever say no. They
Or
just
might
give
send
it,
you a
and then
drink.
they
Just
might
send you a drink.
Yeah.
You know.
And then y'all have girls that be like, "Oh, so you trying to talk to my friend? You gonna have to buy us around? Like you done messed up my whole."
Yeah,
Like be quiet, ma'am.
that part.
I'll send you a drink. You know, we're ladies. We can send a man a drink. We are. We don't have.
I was
issues
told
with that.
by my friend who's probably watching right now. I'm not gonna say his name, but I was told that
Thank you.
that's a dude move. He told me it was a nigga move because these guys were. I was at the bar by myself. Well, I was there with my sorority sister, and I ended up being by myself. She left, and I was finishing my food and my drink, and 2 gentlemen across the bar, and they was, you know. From across the bar. What are they drinking? Send them 2 drinks. And so one came and sat. I'm like, I ain't asked for that.
Exactly.
But okay. But my boy was like, you know, that was just a nigga move. He said, you did some
Right.
real nigga
Because sending
shit.
the drink is an invitation, right?
But I felt bad. But no, it's not an invitation
sending a
because
drink
if
an
you were to
invitation?
send me a drink, I'm not finna get off my seat and come sit with you. I'm gonna thank you.
Now that's another question. If a guy buys you a drink, are you obligated to have
No.
at least a conversation?
No,
No.
I didn't ask
No.
for that.
But you are
real.
to be thankful.
But you accepted it.
But that's
Absolutely,
just-
and I
okay,
said
thank
thank
you.
you.
That's a good example. When I
Thank
went out
you.
this weekend, I ran it, but that's an old friend, so that don't count.
'Cause, baby, I ain't
But you
wasting
fucking
no-
do, but we sat and had.
That's different. That's different.
Okay, that's different.
No, but he came and sat, and it was like, you know, he was like, yeah, you know, what I'm gonna do with you? I'm gonna talk to you. First of all, sir, your wedding ring is so shiny. I know that you just got it. Let's go there. Okay, but no, but I mean, if somebody sends you a drink, you know, even if it's from across the bar, or if you feel like getting up to go over there and be like, oh, thank you
Yeah.
very much. Otherwise, I'm on the whole, thank you,
That's some of the
I
best
appreciate
conversations
you,
I've had.
or tell the
It's just at the bar.
bartender.
Yeah.
Excuse me, you know, would you
Tell him
tell him
thank
or
you.
give him
Okay.
this napkin that says thank you very much?
Oh, that's cute.
That's what I like to do.
Hold on.
Because I don't want nobody to know.
That's
Send me a
that-
drink.
No.
That's that 50. That's that 50 over club. That's that
She
50
can say what she
club.
want. I've been doing that shit since I was in my 30s. Thank you.
I was giving you points for being mature.
I'm mature. I was mature anyway.
Listen, let me bust out my notepad.
Yeah.
Because y'all got
Catch
the game
this
figured
wisdom.
out.
Catch this
Y'all
wisdom.
got the game figured out.
I'm gonna catch this conversation on
struggling
who
to get
we
somebody
done
to
dated
say
the
hi.
same person.
You trying to get people to understand what the chicken head is.
She'll do the chicken head dance.
Opportunity to come on the podcast to tell me that we dated the same person.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Because I
You
don't
already
remember
knew
this.
this.
I don't remember none of that. Y'all, we gonna have a part 2 of this conversation because I
Yes.
promise you, I'm gonna go to my neurologist because I'm upset because I really don't have any clue
Shit.
who she's talking about. I wish my sister was on here so she could tell me.
She probably don't remember. Or no, she wasn't there.
Oh, I do that all the time. She is on here. Hey, sister.
She wasn't there.
Hi,
Mark
Robbie.
said the only one BB what? Oh, the only one BBB I am interested in is getting a drink. Period. I don't know, Mark. What's BBB?
So are you giving the drink or receiving the drink, Mark?
Well, we got extra time because you ain't throw no
Call
game
in.
samples. It's 7
Yeah.
o'clock.
Oh, you ain't see your text? Oh, I had said
No.
that. I'm sorry. Don't
Bless
go
your
out.
heart.
Don't go out.
I
I just
did,
said I
too bad.
added more time.
Thank you.
It's no rush.
Okay. That's because she's the
I
best.
love y'all.
Oh, she did send me a text. Okay, Jolene, I just saw your text.
She was saying I should have it where it's scrolling the comments. You know what, best friend? She put it on the Facebook. I don't
That's
know.
where she's stuck. I'm trying to get her to where we are on,
I'm
live.
sorry. Are you at home?
Yes.
Could you please text me that? Because clearly I'm going to need a drink when I leave here.
Clearly. And shout out to Robert Real, even though
Yes.
G-Baby is busy, she's not going to be able to make it tonight. So, but I will be on the Strongcast at 9 o'clock. Shout out to Jim Animal.
Nice.
I will be on their podcast tonight at
Shout
9.
out to Big Flex.
Big Flex.
Strong Cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up under the beat.
Yeah, but they invited all of us.
I will be up under the bed.
Up
That's
under.
real.
So I don't know what our topic is going to be. We're probably not going to talk about this, but guys, tune in because
Y'all know what y'all do. Y'all call in
No,
and
the
make sure
comment.
y'all keep or send y'all messages. Make sure y'all keep Rhea on topic because y'all see she likes to drip.
why do you keep saying that?
She likes to drip.
I'm not. I made a comment because we're wrapping up.
I'm
We're gonna
talking-
have to have a conversation.
I'm talking
off
about
air.
period because y'all see her comments. They bold her down.
The shade come from the people that's closest to you. Trash.
I love my sister and I watch her podcast when I can watch it.
And I be on topic.
And she be off topic.
Shannon.
I'm sorry. Shout
Can
out
you
to
read
your
that
mama
one?
G baby because
Yes.
she had me rolling.
So Jim Animal says, so our guys who would send one lady a drink is a questionable move, but a woman expecting a drink now wanting conversation isn't. And that's what I said. Like, if you accept the drink,
He
I
said
say at
expecting
least,
though.
yeah, I say at least say hey or just some type of formal
Be polite.
conversation.
Yeah,
Your
you
parents
can.
taught you how to be polite. Be polite. You
Yeah.
don't have to have a whole conversation.
And you
but,
can also
know,
just say, "Hey, thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm involved or I'm not interested."
And it doesn't mean that he's trying to talk to you.
Because
I checked on
some
that
men,
one.
too.
some men feel like you shouldn't accept the drink if you don't have any intention. So I
No.
typically wouldn't if I don't find myself at least attracted to you. I probably
No.
wouldn't take the
No,
drink
let me tell you what I
unless
won't
I
do.
know
No.
you.
I'm glad
No,
you
don't
said
do
that.
that.
But let me tell you what I won't do. I'm at a bar. Don't send me if you dated my ex or you dated the man that I'm with and you trying to be funny and send I'm gonna send you a drink. I am not accepting a drink. I had to have with a woman. She sent my man a drink. So he was like,
Oh, you should have said thank you.
I would have drunk it. That's the problem. All these people, and I'm saying you
Again, I ain't wasting.
People play a lot of games. I wasn't playing with her.
They do.
I'm not accepting nothing from
Yeah.
you. Your money is no good to me, period.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you can do.
I went out to dinner
Absolutely
by myself
not.
and I sat at the bar and I ordered what I wanted to order. Shit, I was paying for it. I had an appetizer, I had a salad, I had a meal, I had a dessert, I had drinks, and a gentleman was sitting at the end of the bar with some of his friends. Young guy. He came to the end of the bar. He was like, "What you celebrating?" I said, "Me." And
Right.
he said, "You just, it's not your birthday." I said, "I'm just chilling. I felt like this is what I wanted,
Right.
and I wanted to." And he was like, "Oh, okay." What had happened was he had paid for my whole meal.
Period.
And my drink. And
The devil is a lie.
he had paid for everything.
Like that on today.
That's good.
And the young lady came over and she was like, "What are you drinking?" So I was like, okay. And he paid for everything. And I was appreciative of that. And he didn't want nothing but to tell me I looked pretty. And
Okay, that's
I
real.
love stuff
that was
like
that.
How
I haven't
about
had that
And he
Okay.
walked out.
in a long time.
How about
That's good. Okay.
now? It was an incident where me and my friends was out, and this guy tried to buy my friend a drink, and he didn't ask. No, he asked what she was drinking, and she told the bartender what she was having. He was like, "Oh, that's too expensive." I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah,
because women do that. Well, you said she already had.
She told him what she was drinking. You know, she was drinking that already, and he was like, "Oh no."
And I do have that happen, ladies. Don't up your stuff.
I said, "Oh,
don't when a guy buys you a drink. If you was drinking a Corona, don't start saying you drinking
well, no,
Moet.
yeah,
okay?
that's the
don't
case.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's just be real.
Wrong.
Let's keep it raw or real, okay? Let's keep it funky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink. I'm not a charity. Buy your own damn drinks. Dorian, you blessed us.
Hey, Dorian.
Now you know Dorian. I've never known Dorian to come on.
That's what I'm saying, Dorian.
I'm
Welcome.
so glad you tuning in, Dorian. Now don't call. We only got 9 minutes. Okay. You know, Dorian like to stay on that phone.
Do it. All right, y'all.
Shout out to Dorian. Dorian is hilarious. You guys watch Rise and Grind morning show in the mornings. Every morning, Monday through Friday, 9-ish.
We'll see y'all.
Because they come on different times. But that is not off topic. That is called plugging your people.
I didn't say nothing about that.
I saw your eyeballs. I know you.
What did I say about that? I didn't say anything about that.
It's called sponsorship and friendship. And
well, before we leave, I'd like to say this.
Absolutely.
Thank you for inviting me. I would love to come back. This was a great opportunity. I had fun. I always have fun with y'all. Me and Gianna have lots of conversations.
We do.
I mean, even if I'm there for 20 minutes, okay, we talking about something.
Real talk. They could honestly start their own podcast. I'm not being funny. But that might be a plug. I don't know.
Because, baby.
But sis has a lot of things and knows a lot of people. So to get inside your mind, I'm sure a lot of people would like to do that.
I have people trying to tap in. I think that's why we were talking about that earlier about the young gentleman yesterday asking questions, and I was told that how do people give relationship advice when they're not in a relationship? And I was like, well, do coaches go in the game? I mean, you know. Do coaches go in the game? No, they coach from the sidelines. No, I'm just saying I use that as a euphemism because it's nothing like that. The thing about it is it's not specifically about a relationship or who's been married or who's not married or who's engaged or anything like that. But it's about behavior. It's a behavioral pattern in this experience. It's nothing about any relationships. And I think a lot of people take that, and I'm using you for an example, and I'm not going to say your name, but my homeboy that was texting me, and he was saying that's how women stay single. And I know that he's kidding, but he's also serious.
No, he's serious. And I agree with him.
But but the thing about that is, you know, it's a different, unfortunately, we're held to a different standard as women. And that's with anything.
We are.
That's anything, any type of relationship, the topic we were on or anything else. We're held to a different set of standards because men don't have those sets of standards. Some don't. So we have to look at it as, you know, it's a behavior. It's not because I know relationships. It's not because I've had successful relationships. I'm not bitter. I like to please put that out there. Nobody is... It's nothing like that. The thing about it is it's behavior. And I watch people very, very, very closely. So I mean, you know, I mean, on a serious note, and I do thank y'all for letting me come on. And I was teasing when I said I wanted to come on. I was just kidding. I didn't think you was gonna do it for real.
She said it when she said it. I called immediately like, "Hey, Tiff want to come on the show."
She did. I was kidding, and then next thing I know, she was like, "Monday, next Monday," and I'm like, my stupid self. Because they sent us home from work today. We had a water crisis. So I got home. I'm like, then I get the little thing. I'm looking at it. I was like, oh, this bitch for real.
I said it last night.
I had a good time.
I know you're tired.
Last night. But I had a great time. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
But yes, we do not. RawbutReal always give the the understanding and the disclaimer of what RawbutReal is and why I created it the way that I wanted it. My vision for RawbutReal was the male and female perspective on relationships, business, finances, healthy, just life experiences, and why we are not meant to be the same. We are, men and women are very different, as they should be. And I think now that's the problem. We're wanting men to be sensitive like us, which is not a bad thing, but don't be too much of a little bitch. You don't have bitch tendencies.
Don't even be sensitive.
Don't be.
Keep that shit. Hold it deep down in here.
And I don't agree with that.
Keep that shit down here I keep mine.
I'm your safe place. I'm your safe place. She's a gangster. That's what your boy, he said, send her the drink as the man boo. That's you and Robert got that. I told you she's my sister. Y'all will catch that later. So
I'm with her on it.
That's all of them is together.
But
like
keep that shit down here for real. I love you. I love you, black man. But keep it down.
I see a new podcast in the making. I see a podcast in the making.
Look,
that's like the sequels on like sitcoms.
This is true.
I see it. But
it's supposed to be funny too.
So we got 3 minutes. Shannon, give me gang signs. I appreciate the extra time.
Real quick?
Yeah, plug away.
So I would like to say, I know he may not be watching. Shout out to Andre Andrews. So I was in a play for him a couple times. I played 2 roles, y'all. It was hilarious. But if y'all go out there on YouTube and see You Made Me, it's by Andre Andrews. I played Miss Rhonda and I played Candace the stripper.
Yeah.
But go out there and we did it twice. But we were trying to take it on the run and everything. But just go out there and take a look at it. Shout out, and I know she's probably not watching, but I do, because I don't do Tubi too much, but I do her Tubi movies. Shout out to Niambi Nicole.
Yes,
so we went to Jesu together, and Tanja, and
is that not Daddy I Love Him?
so
I mean, not Daddy I Love Him.
no.
Widow's Fire.
Widow's Fire, yeah. So
Widow's Fire.
I would like to say shout out to Niambi, because we were teasing on Facebook, and I was like, I don't do Tubi, and then I had to tag her, and I was like, but Niambi Nicole, I do your Tubi. So.
Yeah.
And that's
Shout out to Lantress too.
Yes. So and Moolah Film. So go, get out there and
y'all know I'm all about Tubi. Don't
you
listen
one
to
of
her.
us? Hey.
I never say that. I will always support.
Andre does. He does
anything.
his own everything.
Nice.
He wrote. He produced. He did all the production. He did our hair. He did our makeup.
Nice.
Lord.
He did we
all around
collaborated on costumes, everything. Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes.
Hi,
see you,
Pookie.
Shan.
Hi, Wubsy
So-
Chin. If you're watching, Mommy's with a Wubsy Chin. I told you to watch. I love you.
I'm let her get all her shout outs in in my 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm done. Team Us.
'Cause
Seven
once we
Sisters.
off, we off.
A shout out to my 7 sisters. On my homegirls. Everybody is a piece of me.
And everybody, if she likes somebody, they know they off limits.
Okay. I ain't
All
got to tell them
y'all.
that.
Stay heavy on there.
I ain't got to say that to them.
You have to say it to me because I'm confused. I be like, I don't know. You know too many people. What if that's my man? What if that's the man for me? You don't want your sister to be happy. No, just play.
Not with that nigga.
But no, just to be clear, exes, ex-husbands, baby daddies, baby mamas, off limits. I'm an equal opportunist. I do not male bash. We do not. I'm gonna say I because I ain't gonna talk for RawbutReal. I don't male bash.
Not male bash.
The purpose is to bring us together. We got to get back to supporting the black family. I ain't gonna say the black family because I don't care about the swirl. Mm-hmm. Who knows? I might marry a white man. Who knows what God has in store for
But
you?
your child is still black, so it's still the black family.
Here we go. Once again, it's gonna be a part. I'm gonna work on the name of your podcast, Tiff. Don't call me Tiff. I do call her Tiff.
She doesn't.
I do call you Tiff.
She says my whole name or calls me sister.
I do.
I've never heard TIFF come out of her mouth.
Probably not.
Where'd you find that?
Shout out to my niece Carrington.
Hey, Carrington. Mommy's little whoopsie.
Yes. It's probably out in the friendly sky somewhere. But you guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Share this.
God bless y'all.
God
Thank
bless
you for
you.
inviting me. I had a great time.
Welcome.
Thank you,
And
Shan.
remember,
It was so great having. I had fun
Thank
with you.
you. Yes, it was such a good time. Please come back.
I'm working on our outro. I want to be able to say something, but we're going to work on it next week because we ain't got no more time. I thank you, Shani, for the extended time.
No problem.
That
Love
was
you guys.
fun.
All right, guys. Until next week, be good to each other. Oh, maybe that's it.
Raw, but real. Let's get it. Mondays at 6 p.m. We get live. We get busy in here. We get live. We get busy in here. We talk. Raw. We talk. Real. Raw but real.